Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is quotes 263. Today we have two quotes by Albert Einstein. We've done a number of quotes by him before, and he always has some, witty or very good quotes. So if you like this one, you should check out the older ones I did on him. But anyway, let's take a look at the quote he has today. A dictatorship means muzzle all round, consequently stultification. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. Okay, let's look at the note here first because I want to cover a few more difficult words in the top part of this quote. When we talk about a muzzle, everybody probably knows a muzzle that goes like on a dog. That device they put on the dog's mouth, especially if they think a dog may bite someone. They put this device on it so he can't really open his mouth. All right, now that's with the dog. Now, let's look at the note here. If we use muzzle as a verb, it means to stop or prevent someone from expressing their opinions. So we're talking about people now, ideas, etc., publicly. So that's what he means by muzzle here. So a dictatorship means their methods, the way they do things. Muzzle mean they stop people from expressing their ideas. It stop people from expressing their opinions. So a dictatorship means muzzles all round, completely around, and consequently stultification. All right, let's continue here. Stultification means to make futile or useless. So if you can't really express it, you can't get those ideas, it's of no use. It can also mean to mock or deride someone, like try to make fun of them or criticize them or bring them down as absurd or foolish. So even when somebody tries to express these ideas, that's one way they try to get other people to make sure they don't listen to them by saying they are absurd or they're foolish. Okay. All right. So, and of course, the second part of the quote here says, science can flourish. Flourish means to be successful or to do very well or to grow or to thrive only in an atmosphere of free speech. So you have to be able to express your ideas. You have to be able to express your opinions, or, science itself will be stifled. It will be limited. Okay, let's continue. All right, let's take a quick look at the second quote here also. The important thing is not to stop questioning. So even Einstein says you got to question all the time. Curiosity has its own reason for existence, so never stop questioning. Okay, let's continue. What Einstein is trying to express is that in communist countries, science has no chance to flourish. So if you have to be very worried about everything you say and what you say, maybe the government may not agree with, and you may be punished in some way by the government, then how can science really can never flourish? It could never be successful. If you have to worry if you say the wrong thing, maybe you get a bad social score or you get put on a blacklist that may make your life difficult, science cannot thrive in this sort of place. All right, let's continue. Even in open democrat countries, if there is an atmosphere that tries to prevent you from expressing your questions or ideas about science, that is not real science then. So even in a country where you think you got free speech, if you're trying to express it and yet there's an atmosphere that's trying to put you down and criticize you and not give you a chance to speak and not really debate about it, that is not real science. So we go on here. These days, you often hear some people say, about certain issues, that the science is settled. That's it. There's no more questions about it. We can't talk about it anymore. You don't believe it? You're crazy. You're nuts. Something like that. So some say the science is settled, and anyone who speaks against it is crazy, and at the same time refuses to take part in real debates. They say, no, we have already proved it. We won't debate with you. Forget it. No way. Something's wrong. You always should be able to debate. Okay. That is not real science. Science is never completely settled. Yeah, real scientists say science is never completely settled. We often hear that of scientists who had gotten things wrong that used to be believed. At one time, a lot of people used to believe them for a long time, and then we discovered something else. We figured, no, they weren't right. They were wrong all along, and they were believed for many, many years. And people who denied them at one time were also called crazy or made fun of or derided. All right, let's continue. If there is an atmosphere to mock or criticize that something is not real science, or to call someone a denier, to try to belittle them or make them down, or a fool for having opposing ideas, then their goal is not real science. Unless they debate about it and, let the debates go and let the ideas out there and let people see and decide, then that is not real science. Okay. Let's continue here. And if this is the atmosphere, if this is the situation, something else must be at play. Because they're not really interested in the truth about science. Okay. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.